Hello, my dears. Welcome back. It's the first day of Scorpio season. And this is the fourth time, I think, that I've tried to start recording this video. I'm losing my mind. If it looks like I've been crying all day, it's because I have been crying all day. Scorpio is my rising sign, and I feel very at home in this season. I'm going through a lot of grief right now. And Scorpio season is a beautiful time to allow your feelings to wash over you and to really dive in and to really get honest with yourself about what you've been feeling. Shadow work. It's a beautiful time for shadow work. It's a beautiful time for healing and really feeling your feelings. And luckily I had some time and space today to allow myself to feel my feelings. I just got back from being in Ireland for 2 weeks. It was my first time ever leaving the country, and it was the most beautiful, sacred experience possibly of my life. I'm not even really super ready to talk about it yet. But I've just needed to be like really sloppy and really sad today, because that is just how the fuck I feel. And I'm hoping that you are also allowing yourself to allow all that stuff to move through you, because it's not gonna go away. If it's just pushed away and pushed away, it's not gonna go anywhere. We have to feel through these things. I'm experiencing a vast amount of grief at this moment. I am grieving my paternal grandmother. I am grieving my maternal grandfather. I am grieving some aspects of my old life. And there is no way through all of this besides to feel it and step through it. I don't want to make this video right now. I don't want to be doing this. I don't want to be doing this. To be honest, I just want to be curled up in a ball on the floor crying. But I know that I'll be proud of myself when it's done. There we go. So I've already prayed and set my intentions for this reading before attempting to film. And in one of my previous attempts to film, I started shuffling cards, and the Queen of Swords reversed and the Tower popped out. So we are all collectively going through a Tower moment. Scorpio season brings the things we need to face, whether we're ready to face them or not. And this is you not being ready to face certain things. This is the mind rebelling against what you're going through. This is the mind telling your heart that you're not ready. 444 on the timer when I look down, that's awesome. This is the mind telling your heart that it's not convenient to feel your feelings right now. I'm reminded of something that Ram Dass says about the mind. Like it's a great servant and a horrible master, something like that. This is now the time to lead with the heart. And if your heart is breaking, allow it to break. Allow yourself to fall apart. Allow these structures to come tumbling down. Could be a very lonely time for someone I'm talking to. Maybe you really crave and desire to have a spouse in your life, a solid partner, a best friend, someone who you can share everything about yourself with, someone who you can fall asleep next to, wake up next to. But it doesn't feel like that's the time, like this is the time for that type of stuff. To be honest, this feels like a season, literally Scorpio season just started today. This is a season of shadow work. And I'm sure that there are people out there who have partners, God bless you, that you can do shadow work with and next to and together with and come to God with. That's the dream. Good on you. But my sense is that if you are looking for a lifetime partner type of person, if that's the kind of aching that your soul feels, or at least one of the achings that your soul feels and the things that you want from this life, right now does not feel like the time to be pursuing someone, because we're in a very sensitive and fragile state when we're tearing ourselves apart and allowing ourselves to fall apart the ways we need to. And there's a very high chance that you're gonna attract the wrong type of person when you're in this energy. The spiritual ascension journey can be very lonely. It can feel like you're never going to find the type of people who are doing the same work on yourself, the same work on your life that you're doing. And maybe that's the truth. Maybe some of us are our one for this lifetime. So we gotta treat ourselves that way. Pamper yourself like you would a lover. Nurture yourself like you would a lover. Take care of your goals, your purpose, your ascension, your healing first, second, and third. And I know it's been said a million times, but it's the truth that when you focus on yourself in this way and nurture yourself in this way, you start to attract people who are also doing the same. And you have very clear eyes for people who are not going to be good for you. People who are going to derail you. Strength. Yeah, this is a time when you need to tap into your strength more than ever. And sometimes the strongest thing we can do is allow ourselves to fall apart. And try not to let your mind get in the way. Because the mind wants to manage everything. The mind wants to put everything into a clean little box. And sometimes that's just not what's needed. This is a season of water energy. That doesn't fit into straight, pretty lines. That doesn't fit into a box. Grief, heartbreak, trauma, healing, these are not things that can be clean and like manageable. And manageable, I mean like delineated. Okay, this is this, and this is what's gonna happen. Doesn't work like that. You have to allow yourself to explode sometimes and see what falls back together. And this is what I'm seeing. Step out of the mind and into your heart. Allow the tower moments to happen. Allow the people to fall out of your life that need to fall out of your life. Allow the structures to fall apart. And walk forward at the pace that feels right now. That's the biggest show of strength that we can do. Is to fall apart with total faith that when we're supposed to be put together, we will be put together in whatever shape we're supposed to take. I have had to have many of these types of moments, and I just had one today where the burden of mind of trying to micromanage my life and know exactly where I'm stepping next and know exactly what I'm moving towards and knowing exactly what I'm here for and what I'm doing and what's going to happen, what's my next year going to look like. The burden of that just gets so exhausting that I have to be like, okay, God, you got this. I know you got this. So please take it, guide me. I give up. I give it up. I don't need to know where I'm stepping next. It's almost like the feeling of holding a grudge for so long that you have no choice but to forgive that person. It's like, I'm so friggin' tired of carrying this around. I just need to forgive. And it lightens you. And it lightens me when I'm able to say, God, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. I just am going to shuffle my feet forward in darkness and let go of control and allow you to show me what the next step is when the next step is supposed to happen. Because, damn, I can't. I don't know. I'm just a human. And having that faith takes a lot of strength. With the Devil reversed. Shadow work. Knowing, or at least intending to become aware of what we need to let go of, is really powerful in this time. Look, we have the two, like, color-wise darkest cards. Very Scorpio. Very Scorpio energy. It's spooky season, guys. Let me know what you're being for Halloween, please. I love Halloween. It's so much fun. This is a great time. So the Devil reverse speaks to letting go of addictions. And that can be literal substances that we need to become aware of and let go of. That can be patterns that we're addicted to, or patterns that have kept us stuck for a long time. People that have kept us stuck. Grudges that have kept us stuck. The Devil reverse speaks of letting go. Letting go. There's a lot of letting go of control here. Allowing God, allowing the universe, whatever you believe in, to take over. Ceasing fighting any and all things. Especially yourself. I mean, what's beautiful about the healing journey is that we're always learning and we're always growing. There's infinite opportunities to grow and learn. Like coming back from Ireland, I literally, in early April, mid-April, I watched my grandfather die alone in a room with me. And I moved in with my grandmother immediately after that. And I spent almost 6 months with her. And then 5 days before I left for Ireland for 2 weeks, I moved to a new place. And then I went to Ireland for 2 weeks, which was the most magical experience of my life. And it was also very physically taxing to be barely sleeping in a small space in a 10-person room in a hostel for 2 weeks. As a person with a chronic illness, it's not easy to not get sleep for 2 weeks. I mean, anyone that's going to be tough for. My diet wasn't fabulous. So it was like grief, move, traveling for 2 weeks, came back, had 1 day to get my feet back on the ground, and then the next day I started a new job. And I worked. I had these past 2 days off, and I've just been like hit in the face with the realization that I expect way too much of myself. I expect myself to be perfectly on point no matter what's going on. And sometimes I just have to take a breath and be like, look, I'm grieving, digesting 6 months of living with my grandmother, adjusting to a new home and new roommates, and adjusting to a new job and a new sleep schedule all at the same time. I cannot be expected to be perfectly on point right now. There's a lot going on. There's a lot that I'm digesting. And I'm sure that if this video has found you, you might be experiencing a similar thing. So it's time to move from your mind and into your heart and allow your heart to break if it needs to right now. Allow yourself to sit and cry or lay down and cry all day if you need to. Allow the structures to fall apart that are falling apart. Allow that person to leave your life if they're wanting to leave. Dig into the strength that is having faith, no matter what. And allow yourself to let go. And move forward at any pace, even if it's just staying still for a time. But let go of the need to know where you're stepping next. Let go of the need to know everything that's going to happen on this journey. And allow the Scorpio season energy to wash over you and through you. It's a dark time, but the best thing that we can do is be in flow with nature, right? And that's fall. The darkness is starting to come. Leaves are falling. Animals are going away. The world is getting darker. Allow yourself to flow with that, not against it. Thank you for being with me and doing this with me. And thank you for listening. And I hope that something in here brought you some peace and grounding or whatever it is that you need right now. And I love you guys. I'll see you next time.